Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sean's View Entertainment, home of daily WWE news, rumors, dives, backstage updates, and mainstream won't tell you. Tonight, we got absolute chaos breaking outside of the WWE. I'm talking network fury, I'm talking executive outrage, and I'm talking about Raw possibly being in jeopardy after what went down on SmackDown last Friday night with the Charlotte Flair, scenario, debacle. Well, a little strip tease, a little slip, a little wardrobe malfunction going on. Tonight, again, guys, we're breaking it all down. Multiple sources close to this situation, plans can change, again, unverified, including those in the know. The dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters are reporting that the USA Network could be furious about what aired on SmackDown last week and what will be the fallout, what will be the ramifications. And now the fallout could completely change how WWE runs its shows going forward. Now, you might be saying to yourself, well, Sean, how could that happen? Why would that happen? Because, you see, WWE RAW is on Netflix. But you see, the fact of the matter is WWE is still airing on USA with SmackDown. So this is why USA is having their say and their shine on this. Now, we are receiving word that it all started. Well, first of all, what went wrong, viewers, right? What went wrong? Well, it all started during the controversial closing segment on SmackDown, the one that fans flooded social media over with in seconds. Apparently, what WWE thought would be shock TV moment crossed the line for USA Network standards and their practices team. One insider said it best: the phones were ringing before the show even went off the air. Executives reportedly demanded an immediate explanation from Triple H and TKO management. The issue, though, wasn't just about what happened, viewers. Oh, no, it wasn't just about that. It was how it aired, uncut, unfiltered, uncensored, without the usual delay. And that is the problem at hand. By Saturday morning, that single broadcast has sparked some of the most outrageous, some are calling WWE's most intense network confrontation since the Attitude Era. And we got more on this situation developing, but right now we are receiving word, according to WrestleFeed, Vince McMahon rejected a stripper name for Mickie James. For those of you that didn't know that, again, a rejected stripper name for Mickie James coming out of the WWE camps. Former Vince McMahon, your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions, your emotions on all of that. Triple H, is he in damage control mode? Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the game Triple H. Because when USA Network gets angry, someone got to take the heat. Somebody has to take the blame. Somebody is going to have their finger pointed at them ultimately. Well, sources tell Sean's View Entertainment that Triple H had an emergency creative meeting early Saturday afternoon. The goal, to calm things down before things escalate to an executive level inside TKO headquarters. Triple H reportedly told his inner circle that he'll take the blame for approving the segment, but made it clear that he won't let creative freedom die. And that's the tension right now. USA wants control while Triple H wants edge. One person described it perfectly. This is a tug of war between storytelling and sponsorship, and right now the sponsors are winning. The internal fallout and the locker room reaction, according to those in the know at this time and at this hour. Don't you dare be sour, as we're going to lock you in to the most crucial, the most developing, the most grasp. Because when you have a story like this, you got to grasp it. You got to grab it. You got to feel it. You got to know it. You got to have the insights. And that is exactly what we're going to bring to you. Because behind the scenes, the locker room has been absolutely buzzing. Some wrestlers are reporting that this could lead to more censorship, especially with Survivor Series 2025 right around the corner. War Games, a show where things usually get extreme. Others, though, are standing behind Triple H, saying he's fighting to keep WWE's identity intact. One top name told reporters, we don't want a Disney version of Raw again. We don't want G-rated content like Vince McMahon was giving us back in 2010. You've got producers, you've got writers, and even veterans clashing over what direction the WWE should be taking moving forward. Is it time to go back to TV-14? Or should they stick to PG for the sake of business partnerships? That's the question that is tearing the company in two right now, according to rumors and gossip online. And I guys, this is getting vital now. This is getting crucial. There is more to this than meets the eye, viewers. There's more to this than meets the eye. This isn't just about the network. Sponsors are involved. According to new rumors and reports online, at least 2 major advertisers have requested an internal review of last week's SmackDown broadcast. The fact that we're still talking about this days later shows you just how important, how crucial, and how savage this is. One ad partner reportedly threatened to pause placements until assurances were made that WWE will avoid similar content. And that is where TKO's corporate arm comes in. Nick Khan and Ari Emanuel are said to be personally involved, meeting with USA Network officials to smooth things over. The kind of sponsor pressure is what makes creative freedom nearly impossible in 2025's WWE landscape. Survivor Series and the programming impact. So what happens now, viewers? That is the question. What happens now? Obviously, this is escalating. This is dominating. This is progressing. This is going to levels it probably doesn't need to go. And it's affecting all aspects of World Wrestling Entertainment right now. What about the turnaround? Well, word is, not confirmed, word is Raw and SmackDown production teams have already been told to tighten up scripts. No more surprises without approval. That's got people inside WWE nervous because Survivor Series 2025 is supposed to be one of the most unpredictable shows of the year. There are whispers that USA might delay live segments by a few seconds, something we haven't seen since the Attitude Era, just to prevent more broadcast chaos. One producer said that this could mean, quote, the end of spontaneity on WWE television. But let's be honest, unpredictability is what keeps wrestling alive, and fans everywhere are making it clear they want chaos, not corporate control. But this is where we're strolling, guys. This is where we're going with this. The future of Raw and creative changes at the helm. The scariest part, viewers, the scariest part of this entire thing. There are now talks that if tensions continue, Raw's renewal with Netflix or even a return to the USA Network could be reevaluated. All right. Now, I don't believe USA is ready to pull the plug entirely. That would be a PR nightmare for WWE SmackDown on Friday nights. But this has put massive pressure on Triple H heading into 2026. Make no mistake about it. If Raw ratings don't rebound and if controversy keeps scaring us sponsors, USA might tighten WWE's leash even further or force stricter creative oversight. And that's not the last, that's the last thing, guys. That's the last thing that the game Triple H would want, especially when he is pushing WWE to evolve creatively and to be edgier once again, because you're going to satisfy the taste buds of the majority of wrestling fans. So where, viewers, where do we go from here? Well, tonight, Triple H is perhaps walking that proverbial tightrope between creativity and corporate politics. Fans want real stories, unpredictable chaos, and emotion. But the networks, well, they want safety. Do you think WWE should apologize to USA Network or double down on being bold again? Let your voice be heard in the comment section below, because this is one of those stories that is going to define the future, the very future of the WWE. Make sure to subscribe, click the bell, and turn on all notifications, because SeanzViewEnt Entertainment is the place where the truth of pro wrestling comes out first. And remember, this isn't just a story, it's a movement. Stay tuned, stay real, because this is where we see exactly if the WWE can regroup, if the WWE can reshape, if the WWE can reorganize. Can the WWE come up big when it matters most? Because this is escalating. This is something where anything can happen. You know that old saying in the WWE, anything can happen in the WWE, right? That's what they used to say. That's what they used to go by. Anything can happen in World Wrestling Entertainment. Well, that anything is happening right before our very damned eyes. Now, viewers, we also have in bonus material, in some bonus coverage, Dominic Mysterio addresses losing the WWE Intercontinental Championship to John Cena last night on Monday Night Raw in Boston. Now, remember this, viewers. Keep in mind, there is rumors and speculation that John Cena may not even get to defend the Intercontinental title, as John Cena may relinquish the title, because John Cena will say, well, listen, people know my schedule. I'm even less than a part-timer now. I only have so many dates, and I want to be defending. I want somebody that is defending, somebody that shows up week after week to defend the Intercontinental. So John Cena, under these circumstances, John Cena may be forced, or he himself may hand over the Intercontinental Championship because, again, John Cena just says, I just don't feel like I'll be able to be a fighting champion. If I only got 3 dates left, how does that make me a fighting champion? Because we all know the resilience. We all know the defiance. We all know the never give up attitude of John Cena. So you got to wonder, is John Cena really going to hand over the WWE Intercontinental title? Or will it be won in a tournament? Will it be a battle royal? What will be the fate of the Intercontinental Championship? Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, and your emotions on all of that. It's about damn time. Big E reacts to WWE main roster call-up. Also, Paige, former WWE star Paige, who is known as Saraya in AEW, is she finally going to be coming to WWE? Is that something that you would want to see? Subscribe with plenty more to come, because there's the no on this show. If it's not brash, well, then it's absolute trash. Later.